Greetings. My name is Leonzo Salinas. I am an artist, a painter to be exact. I started to draw since I was about 4 years old. I've just recently taken up painting and wanted to learn more about it by majoring in interdisciplinary studies. I want to be a teacher someday and bring the beauty of art to children with psychological problems. My life is constantly dictated by my need to paint what I see as beautiful. It's helped me to cope with my failures in childhood and my adulthood. Without art, I would have been terribly lost in this world. It's helped me to focus on what's important, and I feel that with it, children can express themselves and help them to move forward in their lives. Today, children lack the knowledge of art to help them to look within themselves and find a meaning and place in this world. My goal is to help children to realize the beauty of art in any medium. Artistic mediums can include, but are not limited to, painting, singing, theater, dancing, writing, or even songwriting. Eventually, my goal will be that art will be the dominant form of knowledge on this planet and hopefully help usher in the new age. During my lecture, I will present statistics from various sources on how art can help mold the young and impressionable minds of children to be more efficient learners and philosophers. I will also go over some specific advantages that children can gain over other children that are not exposed to artistic mediums. Today's education systems hold math and science in higher regard than the artistic mediums. Reference Strauss. Below, I will explain how the arts can be just as important, if not more. Science and math do help children to understand their environment, but they don't help to learn about themselves. Math and science do not help with skill development, such as solving internal problems, confidence, or creativity and focus. Art mediums help to develop traits such as perseverance, conviction, and dedication. Reference Strauss. Important skills that are needed to live a fulfilling life. A creative child has the imagination to perceive different outcomes of scenarios. They perceive reality in different angles and help to make better decisions in a harsh life. Some of these artistic mediums can include music or theater. For example, a child in theater takes on alternate personas for the play. As this persona, the child needs to know how to act a certain way and in different ways. The child is already using memory functions and perceiving different realities with the character in mind. Another example, music composition is also another means of perception for creativity and sound. In order to create music, children need to recognize certain sound patterns or even learn complex musical instruments to develop orderly rhythm or sounds through the use of the ear of the mind. Reference Strauss. Artistic mediums help children to first visualize the goal and second to realize the grander goal, the ultimate outcome of their work. Reference Strauss. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, focus has a few definitions. It is a state or condition permitting clear perception or understanding, or it can mean extreme directed attention or a point of concentration. Pretty much children need to focus for visualization. Imagine if a child can willingly focus on a task instead of spontaneously and randomly acting out their own natural impulses. In other words, give a child a purpose and the possibilities are endless. Psychology. There has been a research on how the arts can help stimulate imagination by gaining more insight via observation of art. Stimulating a child's imagination helps to develop more efficient cognitive and creative skills. Reference Americans for the Arts. It has also been known via research that the arts can further enhance motor, language, social, emotional, memory, and understanding. Reference Young Children's and the Arts. Traits like these are not only make a more productive child, but would also make a better human being. It seems as though the arts can cause the human race as a whole to reach a better and more unified society. In turn, better living conditions result and at last peace. The arts open the mind. Through art, children can learn, as previously mentioned, to have confidence, to better communicate, understand different cultures, and be more tolerant of differences. In my case, I learned most of these things too late. I ended up being alienated most of my teen years. Part of that caused me to have such a grim outlook on life. I think that is where most of my misanthropy comes from. I want to help prevent this with today's children. It is heartbreaking to know that most governments don't fully fund programs involving or exposing the arts to young children. Very rarely do they, and if they aren't, are privately funded. Reference Americans for the Arts. To cement the need for arts with young children, a national public survey was implemented where it was determined that 91% of the respondents agree that the arts are just as important to make a well-balanced education. And for some reason, as mentioned previously, that the majority of art programs with young children are only available to the elite. Then why do 96% agree that the arts should belong to all classes and not just the privileged? Reference American for the Arts Public Opinion Survey. In conclusion, art has taught me basic ethics and morals. The arts help to diminish the so-called human condition that seems to be destroying not only the spirit of man, but the environment as well. The one thing that seems to separate man from beast is the infinite ways we can think about our environment and ourselves. Reference Art and Civilization. I know for a fact that if one represses their emotions, limits contact with their fellow man, your tendency for destruction may not only be external, that is to destroy your own environment, but the tendency can also lead to your own self-destruction. For a child to express themselves is of utmost importance. If you notice though, only the elite provide these healthy outlets for their children, and the poor get to learn from Saturday morning cartoons or are self-taught. Thank you.